Hi, my name is Dan Hauptman, and I'm one of your instructional coaches in the Palmdale School District. And we're going to take a look at how you can create your own class in Hāpara using Google Classroom. So as you can see, I'm already in Hāpara. You can get there a couple different ways through ClassLink. You can click on the Hāpara link. You can get there through typing in the web address, app.hapara.com. Either way, it'll get you into Hāpara. Just make sure you sign in with your Google account if it asks. So as you can see all the different classes that are attached to me. You probably won't have this many classes. You'll only have your rosters, but I have a whole lot more, which is sometimes the problem. I only have a few students. So I'm going to create a class. Now, the reason you would create this class is maybe you do a lot of switching for your grade level. Maybe you are an RSP teacher that needs to create one for a small group. Whatever the case may be, it just makes it real easy to be able to create your own class in Classroom. So let's go through that process. So as you can see, I'm already looking at my classes. I'm going to come over here to the right. There is an alert here, so when you do this, and you won't be able to see it in the video, but it's going to take an extended amount of time to create it. They're having some issues with it, but hang in there. Eventually it'll pop in. But here's the process. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new class, and I'm going to add from Google Classroom, and it's going to go through Google, and it's going to check what Google Classrooms you have. What you're going to want to do is create a class with all the students you want to have in Hāpara. So if you have, let's say, an ELD switch class that you receive, make sure you have a Google Classroom with all those students in them. So I'm going to select my test class, and and you shouldn't have to do this, but I will because I'm attached to all these classes. I'm going to choose my location, and I'm going to add classes to Hāpara. And what it's going to do, it's going to start working here. That's going to disappear, and you'll see this gray box start working. And now it's starting to work. And like the alert said, it might take a little bit of extra time, but it will get there. In fact, there it goes. It just popped right in. That was actually a lot quicker than I was expecting. So from here, I can do a couple things. I can edit the class color just so I know for sure which class this is. This is my Google Classroom class. I can remove it from my classes or keep it starred. I'm going to keep it starred so it pops up here. But I'm going to go ahead and go into it. And I'm going to have the same exact things as if I have a rostered Hāpara class. So it's loading right now. Here's the dashboard with all the students. Here's highlights where you would go through and you would see what they're on. Obviously, my students aren't logged in right now, but everything is good to go. I'm going to come here to class info, and here's where you can see all the students that are in your class, and then also who the teacher is, and you can also add a teacher here as well. Now, sometimes it happens where you get new students in, and there's a couple ways to add them into this class. What I would recommend is just one way, and that's to add them into Google Classroom. So I'm going to go into my Google Classroom, and I'm going to go into my test class, and I'm going to go into people, and here are all the students that are in my Google Classroom. I'm going to add a student. There we go. And then here are all the Fidos. And I'm going to add in Fifi. I don't believe she's in there. And I'm going to go ahead and invite her. So there's Fifi being invited. So Fifi is going to go into her Google Classroom. And she is going to accept that invite. Now, if you notice, like DOG, when I come over here to Hāpara, you don't see DOG in there because he hasn't accepted the invitation. So let's get Fifi in there. All right, I'm going to have Fifi accept the invitation, and we'll come back over here. Let me refresh. And now you'll see that Fifi is highlighted in bold, and DOG is still grayed out. So I know that Fifi is in. Let me come back here to a Hāpara. You can see that Fifi is not in the class. I'm going to click on the sync button, and I'm going to give it a little bit of time. That sync button is checking Google Classroom as well as Hāpara, and now you can see Fifi's in the class. Super simple. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.